So I just knew that the guy was telling me truth in that moment. And and my brain was lighting up, right? And at the end of that conversation, how he invited me to a Josh Garris concert, who I'd never heard of, but he's a Christian folk singer in Iowa City. And I was like, yeah. And I went, right? And then I was telling him about how immediately uh, after I left the concert, I started door dashing, right? And in the first delivery, I walked into this pub to pick up an order, and who's there other than Josh Garris and the entire band, right? And and then how, like, the day before that or the night before that, when I was door dashing in a different town, um, I was I was like, I was just like, oh, I was like, man, all I need to make is $10 more, and I'll have $40. I'll have enough to fill up my tank to get to Des Moines, right? And or just to get out of town, right? And then my next order popped up and it was $10, right? And if that wouldn't have happened, then I wouldn't have made it there to meet the guy that would give me the free ticket to go see Josh Garris, right? And it's like, that's just that's just like a step back, right? Like, if I could go back further and further and further and further of all the different things that could have, if they were any different, that wouldn't have happened, right? And I wouldn't have met this guy that lit my brain up talking about God, right? And invited me to this concert. And then, uh, and then I get here and I find out that my grandma is having surgery, and I can be here for her for that. And then tonight at the YMCA, I go in, work out, sit down in the hot tub. Dude, it's just like, I'm going to this church service after this. I'm going to this church meeting after this. And I'm like, okay, so I go. Well, and then I get my buddy from the other spot, from the church thing where they're talking about Lazarus, and we go to this. I meet this other guy at the church meeting. We walk in there. It's like the chillest atmosphere. There's just a few people in there. There's a lady playing piano with a beautiful voice. It's called God's Living Room, and it's just a space for just to connect with God, right? You just chill, you do whatever, but it's like a place to like meditate and just be with God. You can talk, you can not, you can sing, you cannot,